Greetings to the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. Greetings to the citizens of the sister Republic of Senegal. Greetings to the citizens of the respective ECOWAS member states. Greetings to the citizens of the entire continent of Africa. The same salutations are being extended to other regions, people, societies, groups, families, individuals, institutions who have chosen to stand up against tyranny, terrorism, repression, oppression, domination, isolation, segregation, corruption, injustice, and the abuse of human rights wherever it is taking place on earth. On this special session today, with me, your brother Isa Bokar C., we are going to address an urgent, a shameful, and a nerve-wracking situation in Libya. We are going to proceed on this analysis in a determined way where it will be bold, honest, and sincere, while addressing the most brutal and hypocritical society one has ever witnessed on earth during these times we live in the world. Now, this program will be shared via our YouTube TV series, Africa Bridge program, WhatsApp and other avenues at our disposal. Now, the analysis we are going to make are the following. People selling people, or slavery in Libya, where black Africans are being sold by Arabs. We, back in countries like the Gambia, Senegal, and other countries that identify with Islam, call these savage individuals brothers in Islam. These very slave traders are the very enemies of humanity and Islam itself, of course extending it to Christianity. While this is taking place, African leaders, most of whom cling onto power, together with politicians and the warlords, are promoting ethnocentric tirades and tribalism within. African Union's first move should have been to condemn and expel Libya from the Union, likewise confront leaders in Africa, in other parts of Africa, who are so corrupt and dictatorial, to step down forthwith. Most of those being sold in Libya today as slaves are from countries whose natural resources are more than all resources in Europe combined, which is a geographical and economic fact. In that regard, some of us have been speaking against these Arab racists for years now. If you go through my audios and videos, you will realize that. African leaders, like the former presidents of Gambia, Yahya Jammeh, and Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, like making names for themselves for bashing Europe and the West for colonialism, slavery combined. But along this way, these very characters, are shamelessly coiling back, saying nothing about domestic slavery in Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Mauritania, Morocco, and now Libya, openly selling our own in the most shameful, degrading, demeaning way one can ever imagine. African nations like the Gambia under Yahya Jammeh were so active in supporting Libya over the years. And these are facts to be found in the archives. These were the years or the days when the late Colonel Gaddafi of Libya, and Libya itself was sanctioned over the Lockerbie bombing. Records at the UN Security Council with respect to Yahya Jammeh's activities at the time are there and definitely leave so much to be desired. Now that said, leaders like Yahya Jammeh, Robert Mugabe and others who like making themselves names for blaming the West, but at the same time continue blaming colonialism when they keep on roasting their own, alongside siding with racist Arab nations for petrodollars and checkbook diplomacy, well, they are the enemies of Africa. It is not the people who are subjected to such inhuman treatment. Well, if a person who claims to be against the West because the West enslaved Africans in the past stands there watching Arab racists, Arab nations enslaving their citizens in 2017, says it all. What is the difference between slave traders in 2017 and slave traders in 1717? Both are evil, but the former is lesser evil for every sarcastic reason, backed by time and, of course, history. Finally, we wonder what the International Criminal Code, the ICC, would say on this. Making reference to Yahya Jammeh's tirades which emanated from house relation and shame, there was a time that Jammeh threatened to submit a case file at the ICC against Europeans he claimed are making it possible or are sinking ships carrying Africans, right? He said so. How about those who capture, sell, and make money from his own brothers and sisters? Libyans pursue black Africans and shoot them at high sea. Yet still we see our hypocritical sermon magnets, claiming to be mullahs or whatever you call yourself, mute about it, simply because they will tell you they are brothers in Islam. Libyans, wherever they may be found in the world, particularly in Africa, should help in eavesdropping or fact-finding research-oriented tasks against the evildoers they left home if they want us to believe that they don't condone these acts. It is happening in Libya, but those involved in these heinous crimes are from different Arab nations. They converge in Libya, hypocritically calling themselves messiahs of Islam, when they are the worst killers, drug addicts, and fornicators the world will ever see. Now we know why they deserve Gaddafi. Now we know why some of them deserve the dictators who are roasting them in their own nations. They are nothing other than Arab racists. The African leaders to step up and stop this hypocritical approach, convene an emergency meeting at AU and expel Libya. Thank you.